Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
For you in Huntsville, Texas. Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Huntsville. Rob decided not to be here today, so you got me all day.
Just kidding, I'm here. Billy, what's up, man?
Well, you just stilled my dream there.
Oh,
so steal.
Good. You got a little promo there on the beginning, you know?
Yeah, I did. For those of y'all paying attention, apparently I'm the bucking star of...
Still got
Welcome to Huntsville.
Billy, can we start just with a live read here? This is going to be a new thing. I'm saving a couple of these, by the way. Here we go.
Hang on, I got to put on my happy face.
Yeah, it was the best. It was the photo of all time in Huntsville, Texas, by the way.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville.
It's never going to get old, man. Welcome in. It's your Good Morning Wake Up Show. It's time to get up and get moving. Here on Good Morning Huntsville. I just love tooting the horn every morning, too. We're having way too much fun.
You tooting your own horn?
Tooting the horn this morning, man. So, hey, we want to welcome you in. It's all about having fun here, but most importantly, highlighting the good in our community. As always, I'm Rob Hipp, alongside our good friend Billy Cawthon. We are broadcasting live, beautiful downtown Huntsville from our studio here, again on University Avenue. Big thank you to Elliott's Jewelers. We wouldn't be able to be here without him and his support as our studio sponsor. And also want to thank Paul Oley of the Gallery for all of your custom photography, framing, custom photos, whatever you need. Paul's going to take care of you. Support local business. Our local business community needs your support now more than ever. And please get up and support these guys. And you know what? You don't have to support them monetarily either, although monetarily is the number one thing because we need money to pay bills. But you know, maybe you're saying, you know, I don't need the services right now. Maybe I don't need a new ring or jewelry right now. But what you can do is you can like and share a post on social media and promote business that way. So there's always a way you can get involved, even if you don't have to buy something. Support our local business community. What do you got, Billy?
I don't know. Paul could frame me holding these "We're bucking for you" in Huntsville postcards and sell them.
I'm going to ask him. We're going to scan one of these in. And the only problem is this older printing. Whenever you scan it in, the actual pixelation shows up really good because it's the old printing style. But we're going to scan this in, and when we get some more financial resources, we're going to blow that thing up, and I'm sticking it on the wall back there. That's going to become a landmark here in Huntsville.
You could, my picture holding and posters. Remember when we were kids and they had to where you'd pick the poster and you would like at Hastings or, wherever you went.
You just gave me an idea. Like I see at the Bearcat basketball games where they used to hold up like Coach Hooten's head and, some of the players and those guys. I'm going to get one of you holding that up, and then we're going to stick that on the wall.
You should. And if you buy one, I guarantee your credit score will go down.
Well, I don't know if it can go any lower this morning on a Friday. So, hey, we couldn't be here also on a Friday without our Foundation 5 sponsors, specifically on Friday, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the experts in celebrating life. We appreciate Billy very much, also Greg Smith and so many folks over there that do incredible work in the community, compassionate in times of need when people are it could be the toughest point in somebody's life. And Sam Houston Memorial will show up, Billy will show up. I know you got a service this weekend, man. You were just going, it feels like nonstop, but you love what you do. You're committed to this community and the families, and I know that they appreciate that very much.
Oh, yeah. No, these are my people.
So, what's that old country song? These are my people.
Yeah, I guess I skipped that one.
Yeah, I can't sing. I can't sing at all.
Who's on the show Tuesday morning? Is that Jason?
Tuesday morning is
I can't
Jason
help
Thompson.
Well, I have to ask. There was a lady that came in my office the other day, and as soon as she rounded the corner, she's like, "Oh my God, I watch you every Tuesday morning on Good Morning Huntsville or whatever." I'm like, And she's like, "Yeah, I tune in every Tuesday. I don't miss it." I'm thinking that's Jason, but I didn't say anything because Jason's a good-looking man. If she's confusing me for him, I got it made.
Yeah, the world's all right. But,
Yeah.
that's good, though. I'm glad to hear that. That means that people are watching,
They are.
We usually only have like 2 that
And
show up
now
on the
I'm Jason's stunt double, I guess. So.
Hey, good morning to you. Let us know. We always say wake up with the attitude of gratitude. I want to remind you that every single morning. Let us know that you're out there this morning and what you're thankful for. We already have a lot of engagement, folks across chiming on. Our good friend Matt Childers saying good morning to us, so good morning to see you. Jacqueline, your wife was laughing. She knows why. It's that intro that we had there for you.
Oh, yeah. No, I warned her about it, just go ahead and get the attorneys on standby.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's the new, this is going to be Huntsville's #1 celebrity right here, Billy Coffin, pretty soon. They're going to be calling from, KPRC in Houston? Is that the station down there?
Man, I always figured I'd make Channel 3 out of Brian first.
Yeah. Well, let's just go right to the big dogs down in the H-Town, man. So,
hey, I'll drive 50 miles to Bryan before I'll do 75 to Houston.
There we go. Jennifer joining us, saying have a blessed weekend. Jennifer, good to hear from you as well. Rick Boning. Rick, did you hear? I had your audio in there. We changed up the intro a little bit. We had Rick Boning in there. He just outdid every guy in this whole area. Because whenever we always ask people, what are you thankful for? What did he say?
His wife. Yeah, he
go.
makes it hard. He does. He makes it hard on those regular guys, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I've got to step up my game about 100,000% when Rick's around.
And I'm thinking about getting some private tutoring from him or something, that way I can stay out of the doghouse.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Rick, putting us on watch this morning, putting us on whatever you call it. I don't even know what it's called. My brain's gone. I can't remember terms I can't even remember what it's called. Billy's like looking at me like, what are you even talking about? Let's just move on.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. How about Jessica Smith joining in saying good morning as well? Good morning to you. Let us know that you're out there. Appreciate y'all. We love you guys joining in. And Jacqueline also said he already has the kids convinced he's a Huntsville celebrity. There you go. Celebrity right there. So a lot of messages coming in. Jessica saying she's laughing about that too, Billy. So, hey, we got a good one lined up today. I'm really excited as we have a couple of friends. I'm always excited. I say that every morning. Why not? Why are you going to wake up and not be excited? We got a lot to be thankful for. This morning we have our good friends from the Elks Lodge 1981. So that is the lodge number. Now that, if you're looking at it in years, that's 3 years after I was born, or 3 years before I was born. But it has nothing to do with the year 1981. But Elks Lodge 1981 joining us, Irene Juarez and Christine Gomez joining us this morning. So we're going to have these two wonderful ladies on back-to-back here in just a little bit. And we're going to learn more about just great nonprofits in our community and organizations that are providing services and taking care of folks. That's what Huntsville is all about. What's this last week been for you? I mean, here we are, 7 days. It feels like it's like 2 minutes ago and I just saw you.
This last week, it's been a week. I know we got some strange characters walking around out there.
Yeah, it's our boy out there.
It's our boy.
He's all right.
Yeah. I spent probably 2 or 3 days attached to a computer, and then the rest of the time was out, going place to place, and yeah. So.
That's it.
I mean, I know you want some gory details or something, but no,
man.
no, we
We don't need
we did
all that.
we did an awesome job this week of serving the community, and the community they love us. So yeah, look forward to continuing to serve.
There's a service out there, man. This AI stuff's taking. I don't ever get all technical. I don't like to go back to my IT days. Those were days I'd like to forget. I was thankful for 14 years of doing that stuff. But man, there's all this new IT stuff that's going. I mean, AI stuff. You kept up with any of this or heard about any of it, Billy? This artificial intelligence technology that's out there now.
What I've been following here lately, of course, is the submarine thing.
Yeah, that's tragic
Yeah,
too,
it is.
man. I hated that. To hear that last night and what happened.
And I normally don't follow the news because there's nothing good, but I have followed that because that's a bad deal.
I've been, there's an AI service that I use to generate images, and I have to show something here. I'm doing this like live on the fly, and if you're listening on the audio only, you're not going to be able to see this, obviously. But I'm just trying to do this here, Billy. It's kind of difficult because I come up with these ideas right when I'm in the middle of doing stuff. But there is a service out there that allows you to generate images. Now, they do have, safety protocols in place because you can only imagine what some people would try to generate. But, I was just...
You got to wear like a helmet or something?
I was having a little bit of fun with this thing the other night, and I'm going to show you this here. Let me center this, and we're going to show... I was having a little bit of fun with this thing the other night, and tell me, as a Huntsville person... And other folks out there that are watching this, I'm trying to build up the anticipation, if you can't tell, by the way. Does this look like Sam Houston? Can you see that, Billy? Does that look like Sam Houston?
I didn't personally know the feller.
I thought you and him hung out quite a bit. Does that look like him?
We went to the same school.
I told it to generate an image of Sam Houston in a Disney style.
That does look very
Disney-esque.
Disney-esque.
What do you think, Huntsville? Does that look like Sam Houston? Would you give it a thumbs up or a thumb down? I thought it looked all right.
Hey, what if you gave it one of these hand things?
What is that?
They're like, kind of.
Oh, it's okay. So I generated that, and then I did a funny one. I'm not going to show it here because I think it deleted it.
Just send it to me.
I did one, not being political. I did one. I just had to do it. I said, like our president running from the police. It generated a picture of him doing that. Here's some more. Check this out. I'm going to show some more of these just because it's kind of fun. Is that all right, Billy, if we show some of these here?
You pretty much own the stuff, brother.
Yeah, let's do this again. You may see some weird stuff kind of flying around here because I'm trying to do that. There we go. Check that one out. Now that one's a little more. That looks. I thought that was all right. It's showing Sam Houston. It gives you 4 that you can choose from.
Is that a thumbs up he's shooting, or is he supposed to be holding a long neck bottle, or?
Yeah, I think it's like a long neck bottle down there on the bottom right. and then you know what's really weird? This is what's funny about this AI stuff. Look, I'm going to show this on the screen here. I have no idea why it generated a guy like around his waist. Look at this. It's like someone hiding up under his waist. I have no idea why this stuff does what it does.
You should probably take that down.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. I mean, no, it isn't anything bad. It's just, and then what is he holding here? Look at this. You see this? I'm not making fun of Sam Houston. I would never do that. It looks like he's holding a microphone, like he's about to drop the mic. Like,
or is that a set of nunchucks or something?
I have no idea. No idea, man. So it's just, this technology is starting to get absolutely ridiculous on the things that you can do. And yeah, there's nothing inappropriate. It's just like a guy was like hiding there. And then there's another one here. I'm going to show one more, Billy, if that's all right, because this is just fun stuff. And your imagination is the limit on this, by the way. Now, like I said, they put in safeguards. You can't put in inappropriate, things. It's going to say, hey, we don't allow that, which is good because, like I said, you can only imagine what some people would do. Here is a good one, man. You're going to love this one. So I was sitting here and I thought, it would be a really good one. And I had to phrase this in the right way because it was telling me like, hey, that's against our community standards because I put, like generate a photo of someone, boxing and winning the boxing match. Well, it didn't like that I put in there to tell it to win. But check this out. I told it to generate a photo of Trump and Biden in a boxing match. And there it is. It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just does it on the fly. So, anyways, there's your wisdom for
I like
Friday.
the top right there myself.
Yeah. So, that looks like something you'd see on what, Showtime?
That's pretty for real images there.
Yeah. So that's the scary thing about AI. And, maybe one day I'll have my friend Sam Moak on and we can talk about the legal stuff because you start thinking about, this is the serious part of this. And we're going to bring on Irene and Christine here in just a little bit. But this is the serious part of all of this technology. Think about what people can, now they're taking AI voices, like they can record a snippet of your voice and then generate anything using your voice. And you got to think about the legal implications of this stuff now, because now they could just say, oh, well, he said that and I recorded it.
Think of the prank phone calls we could do with that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, and someone had generated a debate between Trump and Biden, and they let this thing stream. And I mean, one of them went for like 6 hours, and it was just back and forth, and people could interact with the AI models. And it looked real and sounded just like them.
That isn't a little bit scary to you?
It is scary.
Yeah, it bothers me.
So that's where we're heading. But, you know, we're going to take it back up because we want to lift you back up here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Yeah, don't scare me no more.
Yeah. So we just wanted to share some of that, you know, and again, just tough situation, you know, there with the folks that were down in the Titanic. You know, it's just, I cannot believe that. And, man, that's just, I saw that on the news yesterday, that I was hoping that they would find those folks alive, maybe that there was a failure or something, but instead, I mean, it sounded like there was a catastrophic implosion of that submarine. So,
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Now?
So,
And $250,000 per person.
yeah.
And I thought about that. I've thought about that. So I'm willing to do the same thing with myself, you know, because I go on little adventures every day in my life. So for $250,000 a day, you can tag along with me, lunch is included, and you can just, you know, see what I do for the day.
I'd pay.
And I prefer cash. I mean, you know, that way we don't, you know, the credit card transaction fees and stuff, you know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay the extra 3%, is what you're saying.
No, you know, because I would have to charge that back to the customer. So, yeah, no, if you want to pay $250,000 and shadow me for the day.
You know, you brought up something I have to mention really briefly, and then we'll get rolling here. You know, back in the day, my merchant told me, and I read it in the terms and conditions of Visa, that it said you cannot tell people you're charging an extra 3% to use our service. And it says if you do, if we do, that is terms for you losing the ability to process Visa credit cards. And so that's why businesses say a discount for using cash. They call it, and they should, because if they say that they're going to charge you an extra 3% because you're using a credit card, by the terms and conditions of the merchant, you cannot say that, or you could lose your ability to process those cards.
I want to say I started taking credit cards back in the late 90s when I started my first little business, and I want to say that was the same thing, but I hated paying that 3% because people that are swiping that card that are, you know, the consumer, they don't get it. I mean, that poor local business person, that 3% hurts, man.
And when you have the rewards, you know, like as a person that holds a card that has rewards, you're like, yeah, I'm getting my rewards. That's not the credit card companies being gracious. That is the business paying more for you to run that card. The business pays for your rewards.
Yeah.
I remember folks would come in with American Express and my teeth would cringe because Amex gave such great rewards, but the problem was they took 5% from us. Mm-hmm. So there you go. A little bit of I was about to take away Kay Boning's thunder and say Wednesday wisdom, but it's, you know, it's Fabulous Fridays with Billy Cawthon. Hey, we'll step aside. Before we do, want to remind you this morning, the keyword summer, you can text it to 936-339-0139. Text that keyword summer along with your name so we know who it is. Just your first name is fine, just so we have a name to reference. But again, text the keyword summer along with your first name to 936-339-0139. We are giving away, Billy, by the way, your good friend.
Autographed pictures of me saying, we're bucking for you in Huntsville.
Yeah, those are coming. We're giving away. Billy, hold these up real quick for us. We got 2 more of these today.
Oh, yeah. My stunt double.
Guardian Defense range passes. Wait, they can't see your smile there, Billy. Hold up. Move it away just to the, there. Wait, the other way. There you, keep going. Hold on. There you go. Billy has a good smile. You know, we want to bring out the best in Huntsville. So we're giving away 2 of these passes there to Guardian Defense. Big thank you to Jason Thompson.
Look at that.
Yeah. We're going to throw in a couple of new
Look
Gideons.
at the farmer's tan.
I'm going to throw in a couple of new Gideons on that as well. And then how about this one today, Billy? Hold that one up, too, if you don't mind.
Oh, let me guess what unit. Oh, no, that's not a unit. That is the Old Main.
That's Old Main, man.
That's Old Main.
Old Main. Hold that up right there. There's Old Main. We're going to give away an Old Main postcard in all of its glory, including the yellow musk on the back of the card from the 70s.
Patina.
So it's got that yellow tanned musk on the back of it.
Man, look at those cars down there.
Yeah.
I mean, the hood's longer than the rest of the car. That's what I'm talking about.
I think that's you down there. So one of those is you, Billy. We're giving those away again. Just text the keyword to a summer with your name, 936-339-0139. Also, please.
It's possible I could have been down there. I mean, I was a couple years old when this structure was still here.
Yeah, I'm looking at those trees over there, and this was the 70s, so I'm looking at these trees, and you see that little faint plume of smoke coming up, and a couple of beer cans. That was, I think y'all were down there, Billy.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah, so that, and then there's a couple of police officer cars back over around the corner.
That's who was with us.
Yeah.
So mean to me.
Oh, goodness. Hey, friends, again, happy Friday to you. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll learn about our wonderful Elks Lodge when we come back. Elks Lodge number, I can't even say Elks. It's like coming out as Elch. Elks Lodge. I've got some signers. Elks Lodge, 1981. We'll learn more about them when we come back. Like, share, and comment. We'll get to more of your comments as we continue on. It's your show, Good Morning Huntsville. Hey, good morning, Huntsville. Welcome back in. Rob Hipp alongside Billy Cawthon, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the experts at celebrating life. And we always bring so many organizations here on the show that we are so thankful for. And I'll tell you, folks that really know how to celebrate, have a good time, but also do great work in the community. Our friends at the Huntsville Elks Lodge, number 1981. We want to welcome in this morning our good friend, Miss Irene Juarez. Irene. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, Christine Gomez. I was looking at Irene.
You were looking at Irene.
Yeah, there we go. We swapped.
Well, we can swap.
There you go, Christine Gomez. Good to have you, Christine. How you doing? Thanks for coming on this morning.
I'm doing good, thank you.
You rolled over here. I saw your car here before I walked in. I felt bad. I was like, my goodness, you're here before I am. I thought you were going to unlock and get everything set up for us.
No, I don't have the keys, so that wasn't going to happen.
That explains why we don't have any more coffee.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Christine, appreciate you so much for being here, and just excited today to learn more about the Elks Lodge, number 1981. The Elks, and I've heard the motto, it's Elks Care, Elks Share.
Yes, sir.
Community hubs, this is where neighbors bond, families get together. It's a great opportunity for folks to get involved, and, the Elks Lodge is more than just a place to meet, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But, give us some background about you first, because you make a journey in
yes.
from a town that is not here. It's fairly close. I say it's within an hour. It's still a good drive. Let us know a little bit about your background and where you're from.
Well, I live in Cut and Shoot, Texas, outside of Conroe. I've been an Elk member now for 14 years. And with what we do with our community and the services that we can give out to the community, it's just very wonderful for me. It's very fulfilling.
And that's what Billy get here?
Billy brought in his membership card.
Is there any information on there that we can hack somehow?
Yeah.
It shows here that Billy's been a member for 18 years with our Elks Lodge.
Yeah, Billy's a member. And we were talking about that
Billy,
earlier.
you need to sign your card to make it valid.
Yeah, let me see this. Let's see this card here real quick, Billy. What's on this here? I just wanted to...
My dad was an elk for as long as I could remember, and those cards have looked the same as long as I can remember.
Yes, they do.
Well, the good news is Irene's signature's on here, so it is valid. And the best part about this is it says that the dues are paid until April 2024. So a member in good standing, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes!
Christine, let us know a little bit just about your involvement, what you do with the Elks Lodge, and just how you got involved.
Well, back in the day, my ex-father-in-law, he has passed away now, but he was an elk out at the Conroe Lodge, and he had been there for several years. Well, they had closed the Conroe Lodge down, so he transferred to Huntsville. And I got involved by going down to what we have conferences. So we went to a fall conference, and at the time, we got involved because I can draw and I paint and everything. So we did stuff for our children's camp that we have down in Octine, which is outside of Gonzales. So I started doing murals at our children's camp, and then I became a member. And
how many years has it been now?
14.
14 years. So give us a little bit more, and I know that Irene is going to talk about this as well, but we are here this morning again with Christine Gomez of the Elks Lodge joining us first. Give us a little bit more background just about the Elks Lodge and specifically the one here in Huntsville. What do you guys do? And let us know about the Elks Lodge.
Okay. Well, our Elks Lodge was put in 1965.
That was the year, 10 years after Billy was born.
And
Yes.
we do a lot of community services. We have a food pantry. We do that with one of our grants we receive back in. So if anybody in the community needs help with non-perishables, they can contact us at the Elks Lodge, and we can help them, put some food back in their home under circumstances. We have meetings the first and third Thursday of every month. We have a quorum. We have to have officers, and we have to have everything that's done by ritual. So we do meetings there. We have our House Committee BOD meetings, which has everything pulled together. We do that on the second Wednesday of the month. We do a steak night on the second and third Wednesday of the month, hamburger nights on the first and fourth Wednesday of the month, and every Saturday we usually do a dinner.
Is that only tied into members, or can the community come to some of these centers?
It's for membership. We always do a membership drive. If they want to come, they can sign in as a guest, learn more about what we do. And like for you, I brought that application.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
So we fill out this application. And since Billy's a member, I don't have to worry about him, but I would like to give you an application to become a member of our lodge.
I appreciate that
Did you bring
so
me
much.
an application?
If you
Well,
can,
I'm just saying. I mean, you didn't know I
you
was
can
going to
be
be
the
here.
signer on his application.
Okay.
We can do it that way.
I mean, I've only known him 100 years. I don't know if I can vouch for him.
And we'll dig more kind of into the process of, the application and what it may cost and those things with Irene here in just a little bit. But
Yes, I do have a calendar.
Yes, we have a calendar of everything.
We have a web page. You can go to Huntsville Lodge on Facebook, and I usually put a calendar up on there. It posts everything that we do. We're still working on revamping our web page, but we have events that's coming up. Oh, you just pulled that up.
yeah, this is the actual website, right?
Yes,
the
sir.
one through elks.org.
Yes, sir, under elks.org.
Yeah, so there's information. But I would encourage, just like Christine was saying, join the Facebook page because you guys are doing a great job keeping that updated with so much
Yes, sir.
content. So what has been just, some of the programs that you've seen through the Elks Lodge that have been just really important, especially here in a community like Huntsville?
Okay, the programs that we do, we help the veterans. We are partnered now with the Hearts Veterans Museum. We have some of the members there. We're working with them they're building tiny homes for the veterans here in Huntsville, and that's with Chair Burnett and Roger. So when they're bringing in this tiny home, we get our grants that we applied through our Grand Lodge webpage. And on those grants, we're furnishing the tiny home on the interiors, like the linens, the bedding, pots and pans, whatever they need for the inside. We take that veteran shopping and let him or her pick out whatever they want to fill this tiny home.
That's great. Yeah, we had talked to Tara here about a month or so ago, and then the Huntsville ISD had shown some of those tiny homes that the students had built, and that is phenomenal. And so glad that you guys have been involved with that project as well. You think about the youth; they're our next generation, and
Yes.
it's so great to have organizations such as the Elks Lodge that puts an emphasis on the youth. Talk a little bit more about that, if you don't mind.
Okay, for our youth, we do Red Ribbon Week, which is a drug awareness program throughout the school. So if any schools want to reach out to us, we can participate with them, bringing in literature, red ribbons, whatever they need to promote our drug awareness. Also, with the youth, we do scholarships. If they go to elks.org, go underneath the scholarship tab. We just had our state conference, which was in Addison outside of Dallas in June. And we have students, they come in and they participate online, fill out the application, send them in. We gave out over $20,000 this year just in the state of Texas on scholarships.
It's great that you mentioned Red Ribbon Week because I remember as a youth growing up, we always celebrated that in the public school system. I didn't know that the Elks were involved with that.
Yes, sir.
So that is great. The name Elks, where did it come from? I've always wanted to know that.
Okay, back in 1868.
We're getting official confirmation from Irene back here.
Yeah, we're getting confirmation. There were a group of men that got together in New York City, and back then they were called the Jolly Corks. They put their team together.
That's what I call Billy nowadays.
So they got together and they started helping people within their community. If somebody needed food, somebody needed this, that, and they got together and they joined their little team as the Jolly Corks back then. And then as it grew, it turned into the Elks.
That's awesome.
They changed their name from the Jolly Corks to the Elks Association.
Well, Christine, such great work that you guys are doing. Unbelievable to have another service organization here in our community. I think about Huntsville, and so many people are involved. And here's really what I wanted to get at. You're from Cut and Shoot. You're making a 45-minute drive into Huntsville.
One way.
And so you think about, there's a special thing about this community that you want to be a part of with this Elks Lodge. What has brought you the most joy just being a member for the last 14 years?
For me.
Besides Billy.
Okay, besides Billy. I do love Billy. With me, it's our Texas Elks Children's Camp. And I brought information for you on that too. At our children's camp, it's a purpose where kids with it having a difference doesn't make a difference. These are for special needs children, foster children. We have a camp there in Octane outside of Gonzales. We send 50 kids per week, do 7 weeks of camp. They added the 7th week now, so it's ages 7 to 21. And they split it up into different stuff. All they got to do is go online, fill out the application. They can talk to staff members, our counselors. And we send these kids to camp free. The Elks pay for this camp, and we do it all over the state of Texas.
Boy, that's great. And you think about, sending a kid to camp, that's not an easy feat. That's not you can't just, it doesn't take $10. It takes a lot more than that to send a kid to camp. And I think that's wonderful that you guys are doing this. I did want to ask again, appreciate Christine Gomez joining us here this morning from Elks Lodge 1981 here in Huntsville. You've got a couple of other flyers, so I wanted to let you highlight those as well. And we will definitely put these up and promote them through our platform for y'all.
Okay. Like I said, this one here is the Texas Elks Children's Camp. We do 7 weeks of camp, ages 7 to 21. They can go in here. It has all the general information. We keep these in hand at all times. The children now, they do a petting zoo comes in. They do arts and crafts. They have funds. And now we send them to SeaWorld.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the 50 kids get to go to SeaWorld. I think they do it on a Wednesday.
That's in what, San Antonio?
They travel them to San Antonio. So these kids can have this experience that they probably would never have.
Yeah, that's great. And then a couple of other ones here that I see.
This here is our Sweetheart program. The Sweetheart program funds our Texas Elks Children's Camp.
Okay.
With this, I'm the Sweet Lodge Sweetheart this year. The
Awesome.
Sweetheart raises money through doing baskets, raffles, everything, so we can send these children to camp.
I saw some of those baskets, by the way, earlier, and I was about to ask you about that again. We appreciate Christine joining us this morning. I was looking, man, these things look so good. Look at that, Billy. This thing is loaded. What's in this basket? I see something in here that 8 o'clock may be questionable, but maybe about 6 p.m. once you lay back, it's all right.
Well, in this one of our members made it for us. It's a men's and women's basket. It has stuff for men. It has little trinkets and everything. It has elk glasses. The elk glasses light up. Women's side, it has the lotions and stuff like that. And there are tiny little bottles in there. But
Little tiny bottles of Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola.
yeah,
Yes,
we can call it
yes.
that.
Yeah.
But we raffled these baskets off in order to raise money to help promote our Sweetheart program or our Lodge program or the veterans.
That's great. Well, I just think, again, and I always say it, and I'm never not going to say it on this show, it's just how wonderful it is to have organizations such as the Elks Lodge 1981 here in Huntsville helping out children. Man, I've just got this heart now that I'm a dad and a father and another one on the way here in the next 3 weeks that, I
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited. But, I just think about that and, how do I want my children to be raised? I want them to be raised in a community that's around people who want to invest in our youth. And that's what Huntsville is all about. And, having folks like you, Christine, that just come in, being involved through the Elks Lodge, it's been phenomenal.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, Billy, any questions for Christine?
You want to reprimand anything? You remember also.
No, ma'am. I think you did wonderful. I'm
Okay.
proud. I'm proud to be a member. I really am. It's not just something I do. I mean, my father was an elk. I'm an elk. I'm sure my children will be elks because it's a great organization. They really do help, and they're not standing out there beating their chest saying, "Hey, look what we did. This is what we did." They're silently helping and they're moving forward.
And we are all volunteers.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
I've
have
yet
more
to get a
information.
paycheck, so
No,
yeah.
no paychecks, volunteers.
Yeah, it's not coming. So, keep on keeping on.
If you
man.
pay your dues, though, they'll send you a card.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
all
then
right.
you'll get reprimanded for not signing it.
That's right. You may lose your membership, Billy. Come on, man.
I might have to start
No,
over
well-
from scratch.
All right. Well, hey, we'll step aside, take a break. I'm getting choked up. Every time Billy's on, I start just getting emotional and choked up, Christine.
It's the cologne.
Yeah, it's no. You know what it is? It is the yellow musk on these postcards. It's that old musk. Somebody had these on the counter,
I
probably.
think some people call that mold.
Yeah, they call it Stetson, so it's all right. It's good stuff. Before we let you go, I always ask, and I know that you're living in Cut and Shoot, but you are here. What do you enjoy most about the Huntsville community specifically?
The way everybody gets together, everybody reaches out to each other. I mean, we're also now a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and doing the breakfast and the meeting everybody and seeing what everybody else do. We can incorporate that with what the Elks do to bring back to the community.
Love it. Again, Christine, appreciate you being here,
Thank you.
and we'll step aside.
Hey,
Yeah,
disclaimer,
what you got?
disclaimer, we did offer to help her find a house in Huntsville.
That's right. You better get over here. The prices are going up, so you gotta find a way to get down here to Huntsville. It's a good place. We came back, we were gone, and we said, we're coming back to Huntsville because we love this area, love the people, and I appreciate you, Christine. Want to remind you, folks, text that keyword summer along with your name. If your name is Summer, I've always said that'd be great. I'd like to have a summer text come in. Why not, Billy? It's just a terrible joke. I try to joke, and it's just terrible. I'm not like Billy over here. 936-339-0139 is the number.
Mine comes natural because I don't even know what's funny until people tell me. So I don't know.
It's good stuff, Billy.
It's Huntsville.
It's Huntsville. It's Huntsville. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. A lot more to go here as we'll bring on another good friend this morning, Irene Juarez, joining us as we talk more about the good here in Huntsville. Stay with us. Hey, friends, welcome back in. Good morning, Huntsville, on a Friday. Fabulous Friday. You say Friday, but man, I've been eating too much fried foods lately, and I just don't know if I can eat any more.
Telling me.
I don't know if I can have any more fried foods for a while. Welcome back in. Having a lot of fun here this morning. We appreciate you so much for waking up with us and being a part of this show. We wouldn't be able to bring you this show without the studio sponsor, Elliot's Jewelers, Elliot Herzlich, who's taking care of all the jewelry needs here in Huntsville. Please visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com. He's also the presenting sponsor of our Rays of Hope fundraising drive, a donation drive-through that's going to be happening at the end of July. We'll continue to post more information about that as we continue to mold it and put it together. But we've got 4 nonprofits already identified that will be helping out there. The community, we ask you to come out. We'll be a part of that. We're going to be giving away T-shirts to those who donate a certain thing. So that'll be really cool to get your first ever Rays of Hope T-shirt. And a lot more going. Also, couldn't be here on a Friday without Billy Cawthon, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We appreciate you, Billy, Thanks for all that you guys do and the experts in celebrating life here in Huntsville. But we've kept her waiting a little bit. We want to welcome on now another great friend and a first-time guest. So I didn't do this. I messed up because this is the first-time guest horn. I didn't do this. I forgot about it with Christine. So here it is for Irene Juarez. Here is the first-time guest horn. There you go.
That was awesome.
Do y'all have any like horns at y'all's meetings?
No, but maybe we should get some.
Oh, I'm just thinking that one's going to come up missing.
Yeah. Well, probably not. You know, I blow into this thing. You probably don't want to use it. So
We have
where
gavels.
it's going, it's not going to be used.
yeah. Welcome in Irene Juarez. She is the secretary at Elks Lodge 1981 here in Huntsville. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good to
Thank
have you. You do live here in Huntsville.
I do live here in
How
Huntsville.
long have you
yes.
been here?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Where were you originally before Huntsville?
Humble.
Humble. Okay. So just close to the area.
Yeah.
You've been an Elks member now for 10 years.
10 years, correct.
Just let us know a little bit about you and that, just your passion and how you got involved with the Elks Lodge.
Well, I'm originally from Humble and native Texan, and my husband brought me here to Huntsville because he's a native here. He was born and raised here. He did not want to leave the area, so he brought me here, and I love the quaintness of the community. So it kind of reminded me how Humble was a long time ago.
That's what I always say. It's like, this reminds me of Georgetown 30 years ago where I'm
Yeah,
from.
that's
In a good
kinda,
way.
Yeah, that's kind of how it reminded me of. So I kind of, it's like, oh, I think I can live here, kind of get the feeler of it. And then already being an elk, I knew there was a lodge here, so I went and checked the lodge out and, just transferred my membership over here. So, but I was originally a member in Virginia Beach.
Oh, cool.
So my ex-father-in-law was a member there, so I became a member up there and got really involved up there. So a lot of good people in the organization, even there and in here. So
What inspired you to be a member of the Elks Lodge?
the veterans probably, because there's Virginia Beach is in Norfolk, so there's a lot of Navy people and other military bases. It's got the largest military base there for Navy. So there's a lot of military people, and they do a lot of military programs there. They would, fed the homeless veterans, and they went to the VA hospital. So they did a lot of veteran stuff there. So that's what really got me involved with the lodge.
The thing about the lodge, it's cool that you're talking about being in different areas and being a member. Like Billy and I are also Rotarians, and what I love about being in the Rotary Club is when you travel, you can always visit another club. Well, it sounds like the Elks is the same way.
Yes, it is.
You guys have so many. Do you know about how many lodges there are, and is it just specific to the U.S. or is it now?
Yeah, it's
kind
just
of
the U.S. It's 2,100. I think I saw 2,100 lodges.
You can't use your notes on the test.
Those are Cliff Notes.
Yeah, those are Cliff Notes.
That's still a note.
It's still a note.
So do you ever do that? Like if you travel as a member, you can visit another
I
lodge?
have done that before, yes. I've gone when I know I'm going out of town, and I'll look up the area lodges, and I've done that before, yeah, check them out.
Do the lodges have, like the VFW, they call it like a canteen. Is there something like that in the lodge, or what is
Yes,
it? What
yeah.
can you, let me put it this way, what can you expect maybe as a first-time guest to the Elks Lodge when you walk in?
It's the same like a VFW, because I'm also a lifetime member of the VFW too. So, and it's the same. They have the bar, the canteen area, or and they have a lounge, and then they have the hall, and so it's kind of the same scenario. You have your meeting room, and you have your, where you can social gatherings.
I learned how to
area.
play. I learned how to play dominoes in a VFW, and it was great. My dad, and he was a lifetime member, post commander. I know that's a different organization, but it's amazing how your memory works, because I haven't thought about this in probably 20 years, and I'm 39. So the last time I thought about this, I was probably 18, 19. Yeah, in high school. So probably even longer than that. 863-2535. That's the number to the VFW Hall, Georgetown. I don't know how I remember that. I used to call it all the time. Because we'd always call, hey, Dad, are you up at the VF? We always call it the VF.
Yeah.
Because he was always up there doing stuff. So
Yeah.
When you had that memory, could you smell it?
I could.
Oh,
And I can
know what
remember.
he's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
They all
Yeah.
have their smells.
Yeah. Everything does.
It's not like a bad. It's just like you could blindfold me and walk me into the Huntsville Elks Lodge, and I've, of course, been going there since I was a baby. That's our lodge.
Yeah.
And it smells like home.
Yeah, that's right.
Does your membership card smell like the lodge?
It smells like my wallet, my unsigned membership card. God.
It's coming down.
Hey, look, I'm seniority here. Y'all leave me alone.
No, I did. I am impressed. 18 years. That's awesome, though. That
All
is
right,
really
so,
awesome.
so let's think
For
of,
me to do something for 18 years, like pay dues, that's amazing.
It's great though.
What are
There's commitment.
I did want to ask, because you're the secretary, the process. What is the process for membership? Christine shared an application with us earlier, but what does that process look like? Does somebody have to invite you, or can you show up and say, hey, I'd like to become a member?
Either
Guide us through
one.
that process.
Either one. Someone does have to propose you, stand up and represent you, make sure that you're a good person, because we don't want to just anybody coming in. So
Yeah.
And you are vetted, you are voted on, and then you get initiated into the group, to the membership.
What does the membership dues look like?
They're $92.50 a year. So some of that does go to the Grand Lodge, some of it does go to the state funding, and then some of it does go back to the lodge
Boy, that's
itself.
not bad though. If you think about an organization and membership dues.
Yeah,
and you're not saying $9,250. You're saying $92.50. By the way.
And I think they said they hadn't raised our portion hasn't been raised in like so many years. So
It's like $8 a month.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No, it's not. I mean, and it's a private club, so you don't have all the riffraff in there either. You can go in there, not worry about any of the outside stuff too, and enjoy yourself.
How many members does the Huntsville Elks Lodge have?
We have just under 100 right now.
Awesome.
So.
And what are some of the things that y'all do? Christine touched base a little bit earlier about funding for camps. Is there anything that y'all do to kind of boost or help with membership, those things?
Oh, the membership drives. We try to do a lot of membership drives. We were always trying to recruit, like we just did a chili cook-off, and, we try to recruit people then into, the thing is that COVID really hurt the lodge for a while. So now we're just trying to remind people that the Elks is still there, because like Billy said, you get a lot of people there that haven't been there in years or still members because their dad was a member, or they remember growing up, the nostalgic of that place. And it is old, and you go in there and you can just see all the history, back when it was just male organization, now it's male and female, it's co-ed. But you can still see the setup when it was just male and female, and there's a lot of the members there, are like the sons or daughters of the parent, the father that was a member or grandfather. So it is kind of nostalgic, and I really enjoy that part of it because I like history. So
yeah,
and then
great.
Everybody who's in Huntsville, I noticed, has been there one way or another. Like, my husband said, his uncle got married there. His dad won barbecue contests there, even though his dad wasn't a member, but he's been there. Everybody has been at that place one way or another. So we're trying to revamp and get it back out, and get it back up to par,
It's a good, safe place to hang out, make friends, just chill out, just relax. I mean, you're not pressured to do anything. You come in, we still have the shuffleboard.
Yes, it's still there.
Pool table.
The domino room.
Awesome domino table.
See, by the way, that's where I told you. That's where I learned to play dominoes at a VFW hall. So I may come hang out at the Elks once in a while.
Televisions, couches. Huh? You just come in, flop out, enjoy yourself, and go home.
There's some
the cornhole tournament.
Cornhole. I hate that.
What?
I love the game. I hate the name.
You know what they call? Hey, by the way, well, yeah, check this out. Yeah, you can go a million different directions with that one, Billy. But what's funny?
Whatever happened to washers? Okay.
Washers. Oh, the washers. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do that. We'd take the old cans, and this is terrible. I used to eat those nasty Vienna sausages. You know what I'm talking about? The can, and they're not.
We all ate them.
You talking about funeral director steaks?
Yeah,
that's all we can afford.
Yeah, I thought they were like fingers of peel. Those things are so nasty, man. And man, we'd cut those things in half, and oh gosh, remember you talking about earlier about smells? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of smells and taste now, and it's making me just want to end this show immediately.
And go get you a can of them?
No, it's making me want to run to the back room, because we used to slice those things in half and put mayonnaise on them on bread and eat them. Oh, that stuff was nasty.
Just potted meat.
And I used to do that too, the potted meat, man.
Just the texture of it looks.
We fell way off the topic ledge here.
Our parents gave it to us, and we ate it. It was eat it or don't eat.
Are they still selling those things?
Every day?
I think they do, yes.
Oh, my gosh, man.
How you think I'm making it, brother?
Yeah. How y'all doing? They call me Vienna, and I'm not talking.
With some Mrs. Baird bread.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
No, you know what? I like white wheat. Man, that's the best stuff since sliced bread. It is sliced bread. It's white wheat. Have you had it? Because I like the white bread.
I've had it. I don't know if our listeners can see the look I'm giving you right now. We eat white bread. Okay?
I don't like wheat. I don't like wheat bread.
So you eat the white one.
But the white wheat is great. And what did you say?
Would you just call
Mrs.
me?
Baird?
Yeah.
Mrs. Baird's bread.
Yeah, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
bread, so we like it. The white
It's
wheat.
the Texas bread.
Exactly.
Somehow
You
we
gotta
get
have
on
it.
these tangents, and that's what I love. I can already tell the Elks is going to be a great place because Bridget and I are all about food. And as I
Oh,
was
we like to eat.
Hey, I'm gonna
we
tell
do.
you,
We like to eat.
as I
Oh, they
was-
feed, by God.
As I you sound like Roy D. Mercer. By God, I'm coming down that
Oh, the
Elks Lodge.
steaks are good too. Let me.
I'm
I
coming
can't
down
eat it.
every day.
I usually eat half a steak. I can't eat a full steak, and they're big old ribeyes.
When I was
17
cooking
bucks
steaks,
for a
there were
ribeye
people
steak.
that would order their steak a little under how they would, and they would eat half of it then, and they were so big they would take the other half home and heat them up the next day.
That's me. I do that.
There you go. I was scrolling through the Facebook page and I saw chili. Man, I saw fried fish, catfish. I think.
Oh,
I
we
saw
do
in there.
fry. We have
Y'all have a fish fry?
Saturdays, fish fries. Oh no, it's Saturdays. Second Saturday.
Is
We
that
have-
public or just for the members again?
Oh, we could open it to the public. They can just let us know. One of us will sign them in, and we'd be happy to, feed anybody. So
There's no malnutrition running around the Elks Lodge.
no,
Come on. I mean,
we
look at-
like to eat. Hey, I want
we
the
will
chili
feed and
cook-off.
water you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the photo. I mean, on the application, this elk looked like he's been eating a lot. So you know what, guys, you better get a good meal. You can over there. I was mentioning earlier, it was really cool because Billy, you were talking about somehow we got into all this. Somehow it started with like cornhole, and then something happened, and
I blame it on you.
Jerica's joining us. Jerica, we haven't seen you all week. Where have you been? You know our friend Jerica? Mm-hmm. She's joining us this morning.
She heard I was on.
Yeah, she doesn't like to join. Jerica is joining us. I was trying to find her message here. She chimed in this morning, and she said good morning to everybody. I was trying to find it. Now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Good morning from Fargo, North Dakota. And I was talking.
Wow.
I always got it. Hey, y'all poke fun at me from being from y'all poke fun at me from being from the South. So here's what they did. It's not called cornhole. I can't get this twang out of my mouth. It's not called cornhole up north. You know what it's called? Bags.
It is called something different.
It's
up
called
north.
bags, but they say bigs. It's called bigs.
Well, hell, they almost had it right.
They almost got it right. Jerica, good to hear
Bigs.
from you. Irene, incredible work. I mean,
You know why they
it's-
call it cornhole, right?
Why is that?
The bags are filled with corn.
Corn. Yeah.
I used to use
Supposed to
the
be,
pinto.
anyways.
This is terrible.
Pinto
My mom,
beans.
Mama taught me how to sew when I was a kid. I can crochet and I can cross stitch. Man, I'm just gonna let that be known. So if if the world came to an end and somebody needed a blanket, man, I got you. Don't worry.
Hold still.
Hold still. But we used to make our own little bean bags, and we'd play cornhole. But what we'd do is we'd put the pinto beans from the store in there, and then you always leave that little because you sew it inside out, right? Am I
Right.
right about
Yeah.
this? You sew it inside out, and then you leave that tiny
Your
little
little
slit at
hole.
the end, so you won't notice it. And that's how Mama taught me. It's hiding your stitches.
You want to impress me?
You want me to
Make
bring
a hacky sack.
I can do that.
Let's do it.
All right.
Remember
You-
hacky sacks?
Yeah, you gonna play it against the wall over here?
With your foot or whatever.
Well, Irene, I wanted to give you a few more moments just to, talk a little bit about your involvement as a secretary. What does kind of the day-to-day look like for you being a secretary?
Well, it's not really day to day, but I am up at the lodge a couple of days during the week, processing paperwork and making sure all the bills get paid. And when memberships, when they pay their dues, I send their cards out, and like I did for Billy. I think I remember that message.
Yeah, but, apparently I don't sign them. If y'all have sent me a check, I'd have signed that.
What?
If you just sent me a check, I'd have signed the back of it.
What do you mean the back? Oh,
Billy jokes.
dad jokes.
Well, good stuff.
And I made up with them now.
My sister was giving me a hard time because she's from Texas, but she lived up in South Dakota for a considerable amount of time. And she said they call it cornhole in South Dakota. So maybe just that state north of there, they called it bigs.
north.
Bigs.
Well, I got a problem with that state north of there.
That's all right. They're good people. So
Yeah, they'd be all right, I guess.
They'd be all right. And
Tell
Jerica,
them keep their football team up there.
Jerica, you are coming to Huntsville sometime. We're going to have you on. Irene, been great this morning just to learn more. I know we've had a lot of fun, but
That's what the lodge does, It's the people here, the community here has really, I like Huntsville and the community and everything. It's so laid back, it's quaint, but everybody's tight-knit at the same time. And now I'm starting to get paranoid because every time I go to H-E-B, I see at least 2 or 3 people at the store, and I'm just like, I can't, this is not right. I'm not used to this. I'm used to living in the big city where I'm just like invisible, but it's okay though. There's a lot of good people here, so.
It's called an aisle dive. When you see somebody, you dive to the next aisle.
Yeah, my husband is starting to train me on that one. He sees somebody, he's, oh, hurry up, we got to go over here, you know.
You got to be on the defensive at all times.
Oh, and he definitely is. It's so funny. He's like, look, I just saw so-and-so. I'm like, what? I'm not used to paying attention,
The
you know.
best thing to do is just go crash your buggy into them, then they won't say anything to you.
And you do that if you have a child in a buggy, because then you're like, oh, sorry, my child did that. You know, because I get the driving buggies, and then I just push it.
Oh, yeah, because you have the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on your new baby.
Thank you. You know what would be fun? I just thought about this. Definitely don't want to harm my child, but I was just thinking, put Braylon in there and just kind of push it and let it roll, and somebody would probably think that she's actually somehow driving that cart. You know, the kid one? They'd probably actually think that there's some motor in there that makes that thing go.
You know, the sad part is everybody in Huntsville knows your child at this point, and they would probably just pick her up and start talking to her.
Yeah, that would probably
and she
happen.
would carry on a conversation. So, yeah.
She does. She talks. So, Irene, thank you so much. And,
you're
and
welcome.
Christine, is what we've learned so much this morning about the Elks Lodge. Again, Elks Lodge 1981, doing incredible work here in Huntsville. You already answered the question. I was going to ask what you love most about Huntsville, and you answered it already. And so anything else that you want to add before we let you go this morning?
Just come see us. You know, that place is so nostalgic, and there's a lot of history. There's a lot of people there, and, you know, we're just trying to bring it back on the map. You know, we have a lot of grants, and we do give a lot of money back to the community, you know, Safe House, with Tara and the museum, the veterans, and,
What's the address?
3206 Elks Drive. See, we even have a road named after us.
When I was a kid, there wasn't nothing on that road but the Elks Lodge.
It's there now.
Well, from what I understand, where that restaurant is, that one that closed recently, La Mission, that was Elks property too, and they sold it. So I mean, they had a lot of property back a long time ago. But you know, we're just trying to bring it back on the map and get back out in the community since COVID's over. And you know, and a lot of the people that were there were such old members. You know, we're trying to revamp it with new people and younger generation.
What are the age requirement? And is there any
You have to be 21.
So 21 and up, but you don't have to like be in a military branch or anything like that. It's
No,
nothing,
it's not like the VFW, the Legion, or anything
You
like that.
mentioned earlier, were you in the military?
No, but my dad was, and so
dad
was
was.
my ex-husband. My son is actually currently National Guard in Virginia, so he's still there in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, well,
So
great.
I have family history. My uncle too is a veteran, so my heart is veterans, and Christine's is the kids. So
That's great. It's a great mix. You know, two wonderful groups and two wonderful ladies to be here with us today. I'm getting choked up. Just kidding. It's my allergies. Whatever.
Look at here. The phone number to the lodge is 291-3208. Is that right?
2881.
291-2881. You already put that on. Just call, come out, visit.
Yeah, or message
Love
us
to have
on
you.
Facebook.
We'd love to
Yeah.
have you. Absolutely
Check our
love to have
Facebook.
you.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah, we're open
What's-
Wednesday through Saturday.
What's that number
so-
again? 936
291
291
2881.
Sounds like a rap song. I love that. 936-291-2881. What? Elks Lodge. Call them. Holla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. We always have fun down there. We're always thinking of different stuff to do,
Great.
entertaining ourselves. But yeah, it's
Irene,
good.
this has been a privilege. Thank you all so much for,
Thank you for
reaching
having
out.
us,
You
yeah.
bet, and we'd love to check in with you. And by the way, let us know about. I see these around. I've seen them not just here, but I've seen them in every town
That's
I've
for-
been in. Can you hold that up and let us?
Yes,
What is this?
this is the Red Pig. This is the money that they raise that goes towards the camp for the kids. So you know.
If anybody wants to adopt a red pig, they can.
Yeah,
So,
they can
yeah.
adopt the Red Pig, and the money goes towards the children's camp that Christine was talking
Can
about
y'all leave that
earlier.
one with us here?
Yes, she
Okay.
bought it for you.
Awesome.
It's your
We're gonna-
little red pig for the.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man, we're starting to kind of build up a nice little, I'm serious. I'm going to leave this right up here. And so folks are going to see that. And that's always going to remind us, hey, if you see these around town, you know what? A quarter can go a long way because you think about, no, it can't.
adds.
Well, if everybody in town put a quarter in one of these, that'd be a lot of quarters throughout Huntsville. What,
Yeah.
24,000 people and 24,000 quarters? I don't know the math on that, but that's quite a bit, Billy. So that could go a long
That's
way.
a big number.
It's a big number that my brain can't do like that. But, hey, again, give them a call if you want more information. You can go by and see them off 45, but the number is 936-291-2881. It's our wonderful friends from Elks Lodge 1981. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Hey, friends, one final time as we're wrapping up the show here in a few moments. All you got to do is text the keyword summer to 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. It's your chance to win. We'll call it when we come back. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Man, something. There we go. There, I was like, something happened. The screen wasn't coming up there, Billy.
It was making me look better.
Bro, I'm serious, man. I get out of breath. I'm readjusting these cans. That's not healthy. It really isn't.
Too much fried food Friday.
Man, we had at Elkins, they have a what do they call that? Burger Blitz on Thursdays. Oh man, you buy one, you get one half off. The food over there at the Elks Cafe, by the way, is not that expensive. I mean, it's all right. It's good. We have so many places here. Welcome back in, by the way, on a Friday. Billy Cawthon joining us, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the experts at celebrating life. And we just had Christine and Irene from the Elks Lodge 1981. So great to have them on. And, you know, if you see these red pigs around town, just drop your change in them. And that change is going to go a long way because it's going to help the youth in our community. And we appreciate that so much. Billy, I'm still out of breath, man. Got to take a breather here.
Take a breather. Hey, do we still do the hoop shoot? Okay. Do you remember doing a hoop shoot as a kid at
I remember
school?
playing like pig or horse.
The Elks Lodge would come and they would do like free throw competitions at your school, and it was for drug awareness or something. And then you went off to and you would go to like the nationals if you. Oh man, my dad was heavily involved in that. I remember he had like a blue polo shirt with the logo on the back, and as a 6-year-old kid, I just thought that was the neatest thing. I mean, how did they get that elk on the back of that shirt?
Well, hey, we had 40 entries this week, Billy, so not bad. We had 61 the previous week. I didn't promote it as heavily, but still 40 text messages came in this week for our prizes. And so all you got to do every single week.
40?
40.
40?
30.
30.
For the back 40. I heard someone the other day talking, and she said back 40, and I said, yes, I haven't heard that phrase in forever. Because back in the day, you had a back 40. Nowadays, you got, like a back 2 with these neighborhoods.
One of my mother's favorite sayings is, give me 40 acres, and I will turn this thing around. You know, because she loves to drive my old Suburban, which is 2.5 miles long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, give her 40 acres and she can turn it around.
I was just starting to think 40 acres nowadays. My goodness, man. You know what's weird? I don't even know why we're going on this tangent, but what's so weird is.
Because it's us.
I guess. You know, it's so weird, though, Billy, because I was thinking the other day, man, I was driving, and, you know, it used to be that everybody lived in the country. Like, or I don't want to say everybody, but it used to be affordable. Let me put it this way. It used to be affordable to live in the country, and it used to be expensive to live in the city.
Correct.
And now it seems like to me that has changed.
It's reversed.
You know, if you want to go out, even in the middle of nowhere, it seems like, unless in West Texas, you know, you can get land for $100 an acre. No one wants it because there's no access to it. There's no utilities. There's huge areas of land in West Texas.
Rocks and rattlesnakes. That's all you're getting.
Boy, that sounds like a country song. Rocks and rattlesnakes.
You think Cody Johnson tunes into this?
No,
maybe?
He's like, these guys are terrible. I shouldn't even attempt to even do anything here with that guy being from here. So sorry, Cody. But I'm serious.
Just trying
though,
to
man.
get some royalties off a song.
I just want rocks and rattlesnakes come out of his mouth in a new song, and boy, that'd be the
Then
greatest.
we'll know.
Yeah,
we'll know. Yeah,
it's usually about love and everything. I want rocks and rattlesnakes. Throwing a shotgun there, rocks and anyways. I don't even know where we're going, but I mean that
there
though.
we went.
It used to be so affordable to like live. You know, I hear stories from my mom. Like, Mom, you're watching, you can attest to this. But I hear stories all the time about, you know, my family having my grandpa and them, my mom growing up right next to the river. And nowadays, that's a luxury. You know, and I feel like I'm always positive, but I feel like even, you know, a hard-working middle-class person can't afford to live in the country anymore.
Nope.
Much less trying to live in the middle of a city, you know. So, you know what, just hold your family. I started thinking about that when you said 40 acres because we see so much land just being sold off now. I heard a story once that said the first generation in a family, the first generation of that family worked their tail off. The second generation kept that land and continued to cultivate it. And then the third generation of the family sold it off. And if you go back and look, that typically is what happens. You have 1, 2, and then the third or fourth generation sells
That's
it off.
been explained to me. Because first generation worked so hard to get it. Mm-hmm. Second generation watched the struggles of the first generation, but the third generation paid no attention.
Yeah.
So to them, there's no connection.
That's right.
So what you're saying is I should hold on to all my land holdings?
Yeah.
All 2 acres?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've got a 90. What is this? Bridget, if she's watching, she'd know. I bought a plot out in Burnett, Texas, at Lake Buchanan. It's away from the water a ways, but I bought that thing years ago for $2,300. This little small plot of land, and it's like a 60 by 90. 0.11 acres.
So what do you got? Rocks and rattlesnakes?
Rocks and literally. I mean, no, actually, the neighbor has this old septic pipe laying on it, and I just said, don't worry about it. I'll never come out here.
That's where they store the rattlesnakes.
Yeah, that's where they store the rattlesnake. But I got a thing the day in the mail. You know, every year, of course, they send you. I only pay like $30 a year in taxes on it. because it was only
But
valued.
it's not Walker County then.
Well, but it went up to $3,500, and it stayed that way for a couple of years, which wasn't bad. I'm not making this up, man. It goes from $3,500 last year. They have that thing valued at $14,500 now, and I'm sitting there thinking like, there ain't no way. And so if you think, what is that, 4 times what it normally was? So now I'm going to owe $120 a year in taxes on it.
God's not making any more land.
No.
So, that's what we're up against.
Hold on to it. Hey, we do have, you got to, by the way, you got to answer to win. We're giving away those prizes here on a Friday.
Have we explained that rule clearly to everybody?
I try to. But,
Okay.
Most people don't, they just
They don't
do
pay
it.
attention. They're
It's
from
fine.
Huntsville.
No, if they don't win, and that's just how it goes, Homie don't play. Homie the Clown don't play up on this show. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the randomizer. Billy, can you do the honor of, this is kind of a weird mouse, just because I want folks to know
Is
this.
this the one?
Yeah, right there. Just hit that one. All right. 21. 20. So entry number 21. If your number ends in 243, by the way, you got to be here in Walker County too. My cousin, I love you, cousin, but he's like in Austin and he entered to win. I was like, you can't win. You don't live here.
We got to be able to drive out and see you.
All right. What was that number again, Billy?
21?
It was 21. I just clicked off of it here. Sorry. 21. Where did it go? I'm trying to find 21.
It's
man.
normally between 20 and 22.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? Man, Billy over here is giving me a hard time. There it is. Yeah, that's my cousin. You can't win. That's him. That's exactly who I was talking about. I love you, dude, but you can't win.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no, buddy. That is a no. All right, here we go. Here's one here. Let's look at this one. If your number ends in 44. Oh, this is a new one, too. All right. A 4413. You're the winner today. You better answer, because if you don't answer.
Do you have your questions ready?
Yeah, here we go, Billy. Hold on. Who are we going to be today?
I
I'm
had
gonna be
so much fun
Marvin,
last
and I'm gonna be Marvin, and you'll be Earl. Marvin and Earl Jones. All right, and I have no idea where we're gonna go with this.
We're looking for our lost dog.
Yeah, looking for a lost dog.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here it is.
Do we know the person's name?
Hello, Courtney.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Marvin and
Earl Jones.
Earl Jones. We're looking for our lost dog. Have you seen it?
A lost dog.
Yeah, boy, he ran. This dog is my bird dog, and we need him right now. We sell these birds down over there at Trinity. There's a guy by the river, and he buys them illegally. I shouldn't have said that, but he buys the birds from Billy and I. And boy, we cannot feed our family right now because we can't find our dog.
And Courtney, the neighbor said that you had the dog. Could you just give us the dog back, please?
I don't have anyone's dog.
Well,
Are you sure it's got 4 legs, little tail, little floppy tail?
Yes, I do not have anyone's dog.
All right, Courtney. Well, what you do have, this is not Earl and Marvin Jones. This is Rob and Billy from Good Morning Huntsville. And you are our lucky winner today. You texted in during the week at one point. Do you remember doing that, Courtney?
Yes.
So
She don't want to talk to us now.
Well, Courtney, you have won.
Just give the dog back, Courtney.
Yeah, just give the dog back, Courtney. Courtney, so thank you so much for texting in. You have won, and we appreciate you. We've got 2 passes to Guardian Defense that we're going to give you. He's got an awesome gun range, and we're also going to include a postcard, a very nostalgic postcard of Old Maine. And then our friends at the Gideons gave us a couple of New Testaments we're going to throw your way. So does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
My
Awesome.
heart's racing, but yeah.
Do you have the dog?
She does
I do
not.
have the dog.
She doesn't have the dog. Courtney, thanks so much. How did you find out about us, by the way, before we let you go?
Facebook.
Facebook. All right.
The Book of Face.
And you're here. Are you here in Huntsville?
Yes.
Awesome. How long have you been here, Courtney?
Basically my whole life.
Awesome. We love it. Well, hey, we love
Are
you.
you any relation to Matt?
Nat?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I just noticed y'all had the same last name. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Courtney, hey, we love you. We appreciate you so much. And you can join our show. We do it live on Facebook and YouTube every single day from 7 to 8 a.m. But you answered, so you are the winner. And I will text you a little bit later with how we can get these prizes over to you. Thank you so much, Courtney. Before I let you go, what do you love most about Huntsville?
Everybody's always so open and caring with each other.
And they help each other find their dogs.
And they help each other find their dogs,
Yeah.
Courtney. So thank you so much. Hey, you have a blessed day and a wonderful weekend ahead, and we will text you a little bit later on how we can get these prizes to you. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Have a blessed day. There you go, boy. That was Marvin and Earl Jones. That's going to be our new moniker here on the show.
Just give the dog back.
Just give the dog back, man. I got to feed my family. I got those birds that I sell down at Trinity. We get a good price for them. I don't even know where
that was one of my first jobs. I worked at a game preserve here in town.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So you're talking about those birds, and all I can see is the quail and the pheasant. And
oh, man.
I don't want to go back, Daddy.
I was worried about Courtney there for a moment. I thought, man, I may have to hit
She was finna hang up on us.
Yeah.
She was done with you.
I was like, I'm going to have to hit that mute button, man, here in a minute. But Miss Courtney, you did well, and again, we appreciate you. And it just naturally, I just always tell her, hey, we love you. Mm-hmm. I tell a friend that, and I've been best friends with this guy for like 20 years. I think it weirds him out because I always say, hey, bro, I love you, man. I never get like I love you back.
I tell you what, you spend a day working with me, you'll start saying that to people because you'll realize that you do, in fact, love people and they love you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe that's where I'm going today, man. Especially if you're a male, if you're a guy, you know what? Tell people you love them, man. I think sometimes as a man, you get all weirded, like, oh, I don't want to tell somebody I love them. That's kind of, but I'm telling you, my dad never once failed to say how much he loved us, and that carried with me even today at 39, and it'll carry with me till 109 because God's gonna give me, for some reason, He's gonna give me to 109. And
I had a guy come in my office day before yesterday. He looked like he was, I don't know, 75, 80, 103. Drove himself to my office at 103.
When you said like you saw him and he looked like, I was like, man, y'all did a really good job with the embalming.
Well, absolutely. I mean, always. But no, this gentleman was still with us.
Drove his
Everyone in the studio is laughing. Apparently, I didn't preference
that he was alive.
Moving on.
Yeah, but no, that's great.
Pick on Billy Day. I didn't know. Thought that was yesterday and the day before.
Want to end with a little inspiration this morning, as we always do. You know, every morning I wake up and just have a few thoughts that are kind of on my mind and things that I want to share. You know, I always say with the attitude of gratitude, waking up every day. And that was actually the message this morning that I was thinking of, is cultivating an attitude of gratitude. You know, our good word says, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ for you. Friends, look, check this out. Gratitude is a vital aspect of a fruitful Christian walk. I'm telling you, even if you're not a believer, I want you to listen to this. It refocuses our perspective from the challenges of life towards the goodness of our Creator. Today, choose to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Recognize the blessings surrounding you. Man, we have so many blessings. You know, Bridget and I last night, there's been just some stress in my life, and, you know, we're trying to get re-energized and refocused being here in Huntsville, and it's not easy, you know, trying to build something from the ground up. Mm-hmm. And this message hit me at home today because it's something that I need to listen to. Just recognize the blessings around us every day. We have so many. Gratitude, friends, is transformative. It molds us into vessels of joy and peace. I don't know about you, man, but I want to be a vessel of joy and peace. I don't want to be, you know, this grumpy guy that's walking around snapping at everybody. And stress will do that to you. And so, and what causes that? It's whenever we forget our blessings that are around us. And I don't want to say we forget, but we just, you know, fail to recognize them sometimes.
We take them for granted sometimes.
Take them for granted, man.
I'm the world's worst about that.
In every situation, whether it's a time of abundance or a season of scarcity, thanksgiving opens our hearts to God's enduring love and His boundless grace. Here's the key in this message this morning, friends. The key is to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, to what's good, not bad in your life. As you express gratitude in all your circumstances, your heart aligns with our Creator's heart. It leads to contentment, joy, and a profound sense of God's presence in your life. Gratitude is the gateway to abundant living. So there you go, man. If you're down in a hole, don't stay down in that hole. Start being thankful for what's around you. Man, you may have woke up today and said, I don't have anything left. And I know that's a serious topic. But I want to encourage you this morning. Maybe somebody out there needs to hear this morning, that you are valuable, that you are a blessing to someone else. And maybe you don't feel like it, but I guarantee that you are. And so hold on to that hope and that faith every single day. That I tell you what, man, the good thing is, and it's just like Winston Spencer said on Monday. He said, when you're at the bottom, the good news is all you can do is look up. Mm-hmm. So think about that today. If you're struggling, maybe with your finances, maybe in a relationship, a marriage, maybe your kids have been on the wrong path for 20 years and you're trying to figure out how to reconnect with them. Start with the attitude of gratitude. I mentioned the other day, man, I got a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time, and I have this in my heart that the next time I go back home and have some time, I'm gonna show up and just give him a hug and say, I forgive you, man. Yeah. Because I don't want to hold on to that stuff the rest of my life. It's not
it ain't worth it.
It's not worth it. So that's the message today. Hey, we love you. We appreciate everybody joining us here today. We hope you had some fun with us. Again, appreciate our friends from Elks Lodge 1981. The links are there in the description. Also, throughout the comments, make sure you go by and visit them. Karaoke, food. I mean, it's what Huntsville's about, and goodness. So,
Good time. It is a good time.
good time. Billy, before I let you go, what are you thankful for this week, man? Maine?
Maine.
Maine.
I'm really thankful for my family. Just to watch them grow, and the love that me and Jacqueline show towards the kids, and they show back towards us. It's just it's really awesome to be at this stage in life.
It's a good stage to be. Friends, that'll wrap it up. As we end every single broadcast, I want to remind you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We truly need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until next time, have a wonderful, blessed week, and we'll see you back on Monday here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Absolutely.